So yeah, boost control is going to become the next big thing that you learn. But for right now, you just got to learn how to strafe, turn, and look around in VR. Ooh! Artificially limiting yourself. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Out of boost, recharging it. Oh, oh, man, why do they put those there? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Where'd everybody go? Oh, shit.
We interrupt this episode to bring you a special announcement in your #1 trusted news source, Crazy Sanchez.
Thanks, folks. Crazy Sanchez here, and I want to bring VR Citizen to you. We're building a mobile VR cockpit that we can take to Citizencon and bar citizens in your local area. We need all the help, support, and voodoo that you do over at the GoFundMe link in the description below. Thank you again, and stay safe, fly right. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and start recording then, I guess, and welcome to an evening of VR Citizen, Arena Commander Racing. We're just going to teach you guys how to go fast and just kind of get to terms with doing hot laps. So the best place that I can recommend is good old Vanderval. Short, sweet, and to the point. So, let's get out there. Can you do the Arena Commander with somebody else? It's in offline mode, so I don't know the extent of how offline mode is. If you can, like, have a party in offline mode, or how any of that works. But, you know, solo by yourself, it definitely works. We might figure out ways to test all that stuff. So if it wasn't working, I could be racing with you. No, you're good, you're good. We're just testing and making sure everything works tonight. Sounds fun to me. It is fun. Okay, so we're just gonna get a little bit of. We need to test and make sure everything's working first, and then we're gonna actually start to push the limit. Push it to the limit. Okay, so are we all here? 07. All right, welcome, McBain. All right. Well, now that we are done with that, let's get racing. So does everything now look good? Camera still looks good, audio good. Now we're all zoomed in and we are ready to fly. Okay, let's hear. Oh shit, VR working? Yes, so only for Arena Commander. But yeah, Yordle, we are back. Yeah, I was about to say, everybody just be civilized
my
these
engineering
days.
genius literally knows
Oh,
no
dude, Vengeful with the 26 tier 1s in a row, dude. Thank you so much, man. 26, dude. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you so much for all that support and doing the voodoo that you do. Speaking of support, we are, again, every time we're going to stream, I'm going to try to hype it up. We are going to be at the Digital Citizencon watch party at the Bar Citizen in Austin, Texas, with Astro Pub, fellow CIG staff dev members, the Bar Citizen crew, and I will be there with my live VR Citizen mobile cockpit. So if you guys are wanting to experience a miniature Citizencon, oh, there we go, thank you. And hang out with a bunch of like-minded and oriented people, and possibly even try VR and Star Citizen for yourself if you've never done it, then head over to the Austin, Texas event. Somebody hit !Citizencon in the Twitch chat, please. So, with that being said, we are trying to raise about $1,000 to get the money needed to transport the rig again over to that place. Hotel rooms, you know, we got a lot of stuff that we got to do this time, but thankfully the hard work is done with the fact that we have the rig built. So with that being said, if you are watching this as a highlight on YouTube today, we are just trying to go fast. We're going to hit several laps at several places, and we're kind of try to get like a base minimum kind of foundation of how fast we can go and max out. From there, we're going to try to shave 5, 10, 15 seconds off of every lap and become a professional racer, and I'm going to figure out how the VR racing meta works. And then at some point, I will have a big old 20-minute guide on how to actually race in VR for all those who are wondering how and trying to start and be a VR citizen in the meantime between time while CIG gets it running internally. Since we all can't play the PU because EAC broke everything. With that being said, we're just going to have some highlights from them tonight and some full fast laps of certain places. Once I do a bunch of homework and figure out exactly how to go fast and then how to apply it to VR with full head tracking, we'll have some sort of guide for you all. So, let's get going. Let's get going fast. Dude, that streak, thank you so much again, Vengeful. I appreciate all that support. Alrighty, folks, so you're asking yourself, how do we go fast at home? So before we start the next lap, basically it is all comes down to your thrust vector indicator, your TVI, which is that little crossbar, little circle with the lines in it. Is there a way to turn that on permanently? There is in the settings, right? We shall show that now. Should always be on. Yeah, so where is that? Velocity indicator? Yeah, that's the thing is that it's not called TVI, even though that's what it is. Okay, pilot velocity indicator. Oh, here it is. Cool. Right, so pilot velocity indicator, it goes to fading by default. You're going to want it always on. So that's going to be the big, most important thing that you do for your HUD, for your racing experience. Now, go back to that. So now that we have our velocity indicator permanently on, and as you can see, if we are decoupled, wherever we were last input and going, that is where we will fly, no matter what direction and vector we hold, right? So once we see that, we know that we are going that direction, so which means that we can put it through a ring like that and freely rotate to the next target. So in practice, that looks like this. Let me get a little bit further down here. All right, so we're coming up. We have our thrust velocity indicator through the ring, and we start our pre-turn. And then once we can see the next ring, we boost forward and we get it in the middle of the ring, and then we start looking at the next ring. Boost, and then the game of going fast is getting that thrust vector indicator, TVI, inside the next ring. And then the going faster and faster is getting good angles into the next ring and, part of the course. So, that's how you do that. So, here we go. We boost. We lift. Okay, we start to look at the next one. Now, this one is tough because you're going to want to drift a lot so that you don't have as high of an angle into the apartments, right? If you go in really, really fast, you'll come out facing this ring. So, again, here we go. Now that we can successfully navigate through there, we're facing the next ring, and we just boost, strafe, and use all of our controls to be able to get the TVI through the next ring. And that's all you do, over and over. So yeah, boost control is going to become the next big thing that you learn. But for right now, you just got to learn how to strafe, turn, and look around in VR. Ooh! So once you get the hang of just doing that at a nice medium pace, then you could put together a full lap time with boosting. So you'll need to start working at each corner at speed. To emphasize what I am doing again, I am lifting off of the throttle whenever we get it pointed. Lift off the throttle, then full throttle. I'm using my feet and pedals down there to do that. Lift off the throttle, full throttle. And I'm strafing up to try to maybe make the loop. No. Do you have more power to engines? Oh, yeah. So that's the thing. And remember, every time you die, put all your power back to engines. And then undecouple again, or decouple again, and then we're off to the races. So, let's put it all together and see if we can get a good lap time. So your boost is going to be everything in atmospheric racing until we are able to, well, I guess technically, so I'm in the Fury right now, right? So all of this is kind of baby training wheel mode, which is, I think the Fury is the perfect ship to learn how to start to fly and race in, because we can't go into quantum mode, right? Because we can't go into quantum mode, we don't have full flight FCM speeds, even in the racing version of the ship. So because of that, we're actually limited to how fast we can fly with normal cruise speeds. And that actually helps us go slow enough to be able to learn how to fly fast. Isn't that nice? And then from there, you could get into faster and faster ships and just do more and more things. All right, here we go. With the Fury, you're going to want to keep boosting to maintain top speed in straight lines in atmosphere. Well, leave for a minute and you go and change some things. How have you been, my friend? What's up, Moreland? Yeah, I mean, you know. But yeah. How you doing, Moreland? It's kind of crazy what you could do when you have two cockpits, huh? The man who had two cocks. Coming to a theater this fall. But yeah, this is our other cockpit, our mobile setup that we'll be taking to Bar Citizens and Citizencon events. Ooh. Oh yeah, tra-la-la. Tale as old as time. Yeah, everything's always changing with Star Citizen and with VR Citizen. I try to hopefully change everything for the better, but CIG always has other plans over the years. Oof, alright, hands are getting sweaty. Got this last event done, but man, that was a bit of work. Yeah, I still need to do like Crusader and ArcCorp, and I don't know if I'm actually going to get those done. All right, folks, we are going to load up on our boost, and we're going to see if we can get a clean lap. But yeah, dude, I agree. The last event kind of sucks. I've been doing nothing but the jump out of my ship, AVA to the large cargo mission, and then fly it back before it explodes to get every single thing done. I haven't messed with a single outpost elevator yet. So, it's been pretty shitty. Okay, that was good. Good through those first three corners. Burning a lot of boost. I'm gonna let it recharge now. Out of boost, recharging it. Oh, man, why do they put those there? So, for those would-be racers out there that aren't aware, oh, the color palette has changed again. So, for whatever fucking reason, they decided that, hey, yeah, these things that make these little turn signals, they'll be, you know, anchored by these, you know, buoys that float in space for arbitrary reasons. And yeah, it's really stupid, so you can crash into the middle of these little signs here. Alright, start it again. It's there for safety. Yeah, that's exactly what we want on high-speed racing courses with flying vehicles, is obstacles right in the middle of the flight path. Go. See, when you race in the Fury, it's all about how much boost you got, when, and where. Artificially limiting yourself. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, hang on. Wait. Think of your secretary. Alright, we got it. And it's probably pretty garbage. 119. Yeah. We could definitely do like a 105, I think I've done here. So we'll try to do that for you on YouTube. And, yeah. We'll let that be probably our baseline once we hit it. The object is going to be eventually in the future to get faster than 1 minute. And finding 5 seconds... Well, in this thing, it might be impossible because of the aforementioned boost issues. If we get into a ship that can go full 1,000 meters a second in quantum, then yeah, we actually could probably sail through our best times in the Fury. Oh, that's gonna be way too... Yep. Ah, color's back to normal. Nice. Oh, I've been working and trying to fit in what I can in my off time. Nice, nice. Well, glad you could drop by and hang out. Oh, I don't know if you know this, but we're also streaming to YouTube now. Isn't that wonderful? Say hi, people on YouTube. Is anybody there? I don't even know. I don't even know if anybody's going to use or watch it, but we have it, so. And that way you'll have it. All right, let's go. Ooh. A little bit sloppy going into the final run here. But I think that's more than enough to get a faster time than 119. Yeah, 112. Okay, cool, cool. So another 7 seconds and we'll be at 105. We could do that. Just get it clean. Hi, people on YouTube. Thank you, Vengeful. That felt pretty good. Let's just hold the boost down all the way through. Alright, and then we're out. Now we're recharging, which does slow us down for this corner, which is nice until I just smack right into it. God damn it. I didn't lift off my throttle that time. Okay, engine up, decoupled off. Get it lined up, and then plenty of boost all the way. Okay, 109. We need 4 more seconds. We're getting there. We just need to tighten it up. God damn it. That was actually feeling good. I kept my foot on the throttle. Again, it's always that turn. I leave my foot on the throttle and I don't slide through the hole. That's what your mother said. All right. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Where'd everybody go? Oh, shit. I have no clue. Yeah, alright, I think we'll just reset that one. Too fast for our own good. Alright, here we go. Boosting all the way. And 108. Alright, so we still need to get 3 more seconds. We're almost there. What's up, Lamed? They just need to wire up the panel, basically. Yeah, exactly. Alright, 3 seconds, 3 seconds. Thinking of where we could find 3 seconds here. I think we need to just be as fast as possible in the beginning sector. Quicker I'm on the throttle in between turns is good. I think if we hold through here. That was close. Forgot to lift on the throttle there. Alright. Done quite a lot with my boost control this round. Go, 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 go. Full. And it's a 105.666. Alright, cool. So, there you go. That is our 105 that we are looking for. So that is basically a baseline of how to go fast as possible without really starting to push the envelope in something slow like the Fury. So remember, the Fury is limited because you can't go into quantum mode and get full SCM speed, which makes it the perfect ship to start training and getting fast on if you're new to flying and racing in Star Citizen. I hope you enjoyed this little mini racing session and info video on YouTube. Again, we are getting footage and gonna eventually be making a detailed guide on how to go really fast, but this is just showing you how to go fast at, you know, specific levels. All right, so with that being said, thank you for the voodoo that you do, and yeah, until next time, camera's over here. Thank you for doing the voodoo that you do, and until next time, stay safe, fly right. I'm Chachi Sanchez. Y'all have a good night. Voodoo Master, how be you today? We're doing good, man. Just making some videos and trying to keep the people happy at home while we get through this rough patch in time.
Cerveza cristal, cerveza